Hello everyone. Today I am here once again to discuss the third chapter of your book Flamingo, that is Deep Water, written by William Douglas. Let us discuss the basic of this chapter, including the essence, means the message of this chapter. Success is not an immediate thing. It cannot be achieved quickly. Before getting success, success checks our patience, our strength. If we have strength, command over our subject, then of course we will get succeed. If we don't have patience, if we cannot wait, of course we have to forget about getting succeed. The chapter starts wonderfully and ends with a wonderful message which is really necessary for youngsters in today's time. In today's time, youngsters feel that they should get success quickly without any labor, without any hard work, but it cannot happen. The story goes with a small boy. William Douglas himself is the narrator of this story. When he was 3 or 4 years old, at that time he went to a California beach along with his father. He was hardly 3 or 4 years old. At that time he was hanging on the neck, at his father, and they both had gone to California beach. There they were standing beside the beach. All of a sudden, one of the waves, which was very much powerful at that time, it passed from over the narrator, and because of its pressure it made the narrator fall. For a while water went over, it passed from over the narrator, and for a short while the narrator could not breathe. It may be the matter of 1 or 2 seconds. Even though he was not in danger, but still he got very much scared. It was the first introduction of the narrator William Douglas with water. His introduction with water made him scary, made him fearful. Father immediately picked him up. But when he grew up, so he developed a kind of hobby. He wanted to become a swimmer. He wanted to learn swimming. It was a matter of 13 or 14 years, means when he was hardly 13 or 14 years old. At that time he wanted to learn swimming. But his mother kept on making him realize about the drowning cases which had taken place in one of the most dangerous river of the area. So she had also advised him that in place of learning swimming in the dangerous river, better go to the pool, because it is not very much dangerous. From the shallow side it is hardly 3 or 4 feet deep, and from the farther side it is 9 feet deep. So the narrator had a skinny body. He was very much thin. So he felt little uncomfortable putting off his clothes. He felt little uncomfortable, shameful also. That is why he would always feel comfortable to go to the pool alone. But then also he was not satisfied sitting beside the pool. He would think for long hours whether he should get into water or not. One day when he went over there and sat beside the pool after putting off his clothes, so he kept on thinking whether I should go into water or not. So while thinking, he was completely unaware from his back. An 18-year-old boy came from the back side. He was looking little naughty. So out of fun, he picked the boy and threw him to the deeper part of the pool, saying that how would you like to be dipped into the pool? When he fell into the deeper part of the pool, narrator fell in a sitting posture. Up till he did not understand the sensitivity that what was going to happen with him. He was completely unaware that this is going to be life snatching for him. It is going to be very much drastic for him. So he went down and down. It's a normal phenomena. Whenever we are in water, our speed becomes slow. So when he covered up the distance from the top to the bottom, it was 9 feet, but when he was coming down, it seemed such as he was covering up 90 feet distance. Within one spell, he was not able to hold the breath. The strength of holding the breath was over, but he had to do this thing. When his feet touched the floor, he made a plan that as soon as I will go to the floor, I would, with my full strength, hit my feet against the floor to come on the surface. He came up, but little slow. The same procedure took place with him for the 3 times, but up till 3 times he had lost all his breath, and he felt that the curtain of my life was about to fall. He was experiencing a kind of terror that only he could understand, unless someone else has experienced it personally. Whatever terror we experience, actually, if we are going to share it with someone, he can never experience it, he can never feel it, unless he himself has personally experienced it. Okay, then only he can realize the intensity of that terror. So he was just about to die. He means a kind of blackness swept over his mind. He thought that he was just about to die. Just then he also noticed that some people came. It was his good luck that some people had already come in that area, and they noticed that the boy was just drowning. So somehow they had rescued the child, and up till he was not in his senses. And when he was taken out, he could notice only one thing at that time, that he was vomiting of water, because a lot of water had already entered his mouth, and he was not in his senses. He had admitted that he was about to die. So somebody or the people, they were complaining, they were saying that the boy was about to die. Even the boy who had threw him into the deeper part of the pool, he simply started saying that out of fun I threw him. I did not know whether it would prove fatal for him. Afterwards, he came to his home. His legs started trembling. He did not feel comfortable. He did not take food the whole night. And it was the second introduction of water which created a kind of horrible picture in his mind, and also he decided not to go near any water pool. And whenever he thought going for fishing, going for boating, going for swimming, it actually recalled all those horrible memories that he had experienced in water. First of all, when he was 3 or 4 years old, second time when he was 13 or 14 years old. But his passion to learn swimming did not let him sit quietly. Still he wanted to go for swimming, because he was interested in learning swimming. But the fear of drowning and the bitter experience also did not allow him to go for swimming. So he kept on thinking he had to overcome from the fear of water. Actually, his patience was there like that. So now he finally hired one coach who could teach him all those basic technicalities of swimming. So he hired one coach who taught him different technicalities, how to swim, following the different technicalities of swimming. He first of all applied different safety measurements in order to avoid any kind of mishappenings in water. When the coach had already done or put all those technicalities in his mind to make him a perfect swimmer, so he said that my job was finished. But narrator, that is William Douglas' job was not finished, because still he had to check his ability, whether he could get victory over the fear of water. He had to test himself against the roughest weather, even in the deepest ocean, deep river. After the coach left the coaching, and now narrator had to check himself. Even though the coach had given him all the possible required safety measurements in order to avoid any kind of mishappening to be taken place with him. Now narrator started covering up long distances, swimming into deep river. Whenever he was into water, the old kind of fear would come back to him, but this time he had already gained confidence, because he had practiced a lot. Okay, in a week, 5 days he would practice, and for an hour every day. 5 days in a week and for an hour. And this practice went on for a long period of time to make him a perfect swimmer. When he when he himself found that I have got the victory over the fear of water, so he got very much happy. He got delighted So he afterwards explained also, stated also, that only that person can appreciate this job who has already experienced the terror of death, and that person only can appreciate such kind of victory over the fear of death, who has experienced it and somehow could manage to get victory over it. So in the end, William Douglas wanted to give a wonderful message that of course we will also face different obstacles, hindrances in our way, on the way to get success, but we don't have to feel disheartened. We should keep on working, following certain measures with the special suggestions of our seniors, parents, teachers who got succeed, and then only we will be able to achieve our targets. Thank you.